So this month's question is, I meet people I like, but nothing ever turns into a real friendship. What am I doing wrong? Let's find out in this month's Ask a Wellness Coach. Hi, I'm Crystal, your go-to wellness coach and founder of Daily Ritual Boutique, where I help busy working women like you prioritize well-being and find inner peace through self-care and wellness tools designed just for you. Recently, I had an experience that really brought this question to life in a way that I actually wasn't expecting. So I went to an event called Skip the Small Talk, and it completely shifted how I think about making friendships. It wasn't one of those awkward kind of networking events where you're just making small talk and browsing through the room trying to figure out what to say next. Everything about this event was set up to actually help you connect. So before the event, I took a detailed assessment, and then when I actually got to the event, I was placed into several small groups with people that I already had things in common with, thanks to that assessment that I had taken. The conversations were guided, and that really helped take the pressure off, and it just felt so much easier. But they were guided based on the assessment, so it made things more natural. And by the end of the night, we weren't just exchanging numbers, we actually left with several real connections, and most importantly, a plan to stay in touch. And that experience really shifted how I think about making friends. So, to answer your question, here is what I took away from that event that can help apply to nurturing future friendships that might come your way. Number one, connection isn't the problem, the environment usually is. So when I talk about environment, I want you to think back to when you were a little kid. You were close to children all around you, whether it be at daycare, school, sporting events, extracurricular activities, your neighborhood. You were in close proximity with children your age, with like interests around you all the time. So it made it so much easier to make friends because you were automatically placed into those environments where you could find those friends, find those other kids with like-minded interests. So when it comes to being an adult, we start to lose that, especially after college. Your main place to go is usually work, the grocery store. You might have an extracurricular activity, but you have lots of other things going on, like taking care of others, tending to the house, household chores, things of that nature. Or you're just tired and you don't want to go anywhere. So you're very limited in your proximity to others who are your age or like-minded and have those interests and commonalities that you do, which makes creating and building and nurturing friendships a little bit easier. So I want you to think about the environment you're in. Are you setting up environments that are conducive of this, that are open and available to building friendships, or somewhere that you can go with people that have like-minded interests? For example, I love dance. I try to make a dance class at least once a week. That's an environment where people with like-minded interests dance. So I meet other people in my dance classes, and that opens up the possibility for friendship. But remember, you also have to be open to making friends. So you want to keep yourself open, keep your mind open, be present and aware of those communicating, reaching out to you, and talking to you so that you can reciprocate that. We'll talk more about that later. Number two, friendship doesn't grow in passing moments. It grows when you choose to give it attention. When things go both ways and you want to make sure that you're aware, you're open to receiving, but you're also aware and present of those who want to bring you in. So it's not just something that magically happens or happens in passing, especially as we get older. We have to give making friendships attention. The people we're around with who are in our orbit and we're present with, we want to give them attention. So if someone's talking to you and strikes up a conversation, don't be so busy. Don't be on your phone. Stop, pause, be present and aware, and give them your attention. You never know when the conversation could pick up or something might be in common during the conversation that piques your interest, where you're like, yeah, me too. So we have to be willing to be open, aware, and present. Be attentive to others. Make sure the people in your orbit are also giving you their time, their attention. It's a two-way street because when those things meet, great things can happen. Number 3, friendship grows where attention and intention meet. So think about inviting them somewhere. Send quick messages to follow up. Stay a little bit longer in conversation. Create space for the connection to actually develop. You want to make sure you're being intentional. That's where attention and intention meet. They come together and they support one another in building and blossoming relationships and friendships. During that event, the intention was already set to make friends, skip the small talk, and meet up in small groups. So we already all had that on our radar. That was something that we needed and desired in our life. So the intention was there. And once we got to the event, we were making sure we were giving our attention to each other, back and forth, with the guided conversations that then ended up into just conversations that grew and built off of that, like commonalities, liked interest, or someone's birthday over here, or someone had a bad experience with this. You could relate to it. Or someone was building a business and I was building a business, and we immediately connected and shared like business ideas. So you can see where attention and intention come together, and that's where the magic really starts to happen. If you've been feeling like your friendships just aren't growing, well, the problem might not be you. It might just be time to approach things in a different way when you're making your connections. Remember, more intention, more presence, and more willingness to start. If you have any questions around friendships, connection, or anything around your wellness journey, I would love to answer your questions. Just fill out the Ask a Wellness Coach form below in the description box. And if you would like more tips around wellness that can help your wellness journey, make sure to join the Ritual Drop. It's my monthly newsletter where I give audio wellness tips and resources and tools to help you along your journey. All right, till next time with love and wellness. Bye.